Reconnect? Raw moment. Raw moment. Alright. OBS already died. This is why I stopped streaming originally, because my internet is absolute bad. The problem is, like, I'm actively watching this. I'm trying to use the low latency toggle. Quality, auto. What do you mean low latency? Yeah. Video stats, that's that. Okay. I'm hoping that doesn't happen too often. I can't really lower the bitrate or else it's already a little blurry, and if I lower it even more, it's gonna be even more blurry. So we're gonna load in our test platform because we're gonna do some cool things. We're gonna do some cool amazing things. This is kind of a very quickly thrown together test platform, but that's fine. I'm gonna be building a very small ship, or not very small. I'm gonna be building a cool. I'm gonna hold on. Let me because I want to base it off of something. I just want to like take an older design, upscale it a little bit. This one, yeah. We got the classic pancake turret. This thing's under 100k, and I actually managed to put 3 turrets on it. Bro, I gotta say, this little house is very, very well worked, I gotta say. No. I'm playing an alpha branch. It's pretty cool. Okay, this thing uses 4 connections, so I'm not going to use 4 connections for the thing to build because, yeah. This 2-meter clips. I'm thinking about just snagging the 2-meter clips from this. And I'm thinking about just like slapping some stuff together. Now, what I like to do before I build a ship is I like to build its guns. And before I build its guns, I like to design its shell. So if we're gonna go for 2-meter clips, maybe even 3-meter, I don't know. I'm thinking about just either kinetic or some type of chemical shell. We'll go, we'll just stick something random. Or maybe, like, a penetrator, like AP frag. Could also be good. AP frag, I think, generally can be good. I've never used it, so I wouldn't know, but also... I want, like, 250 millimeter, too. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than that one, so we could just do 3-meter clips. It'd also make it a little bit easier for me. Sabot. I need it to be at a certain, like, armor piercing value, because that drops it. Uh, 29. I want it to be like, actually, I've recently seen that there is a tool called debug, repair, explosion, EMP, death ray. I want that. Metal block. Armor 40. Is it 8? I don't know if I can AC 8, 48. I want to AP. I want to see. I don't actually know how much armor stacks. And I paused the game, so now I can't actually do anything. This thing's gonna be a small ship, so it doesn't even need to deal with 3 layers, but yeah. Doing that. So we'll probably try to make its AP at like 40. I'm gonna do a Sabo, and then I want like frag. That actually dropped it. So I guess we can have like a little itty bitty bit of frag. Apparently I can't see. And then we can do that. And we get 38. But we do have... It's kinetic damage up there. This might be our best bet. Actually, before we do anything, I want to see frag. Okay, well, gunpowder. Let's see. That has even more 8 armor piercing. Same frag. There we go. That's a good shell. That's a cool shell. Actually, for the frag cone angle, I want it to be narrow. Like 23 degrees. I've heard 23 degrees from people. Offset, yeah. We don't need that. Offsets for losers. Alright, that's a nice shell. Alright. So I think just ignore this massive amount of gun. I'm trying to find the one I put on the thing. I think it's in this. I don't know why I put a rudder in there. Yeah, this is the guns I put on. This is heat gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heat stands for high explosive anti-tank, by the way. Pretty cool. I don't think that's a railgun. Wait. That's not the one I used? No, this is the one I used. Here we go. This is 250 millimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 7x7. I think we can do a 9x9 and fit 3 and still be within a price range of 200,000. Because I'm also basing off another ship that I built for 300,000, which had 5 guns, I think, that were all 9x9. Which, it's this, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this. It used this, and it also used a cram cannon, but I would not ever put a cram cannon under this. You know, we have I have a Sea-Wiz inside of that fold. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Alright, so these things are cool. I like to use them. They help. It shows you like what you can and cannot do for circles. EMP now is like way better than what it was, and I used to put stone at the bottom, so I'm gonna just put stone. I used to put stone a lot, and I do not remember the reason I would. But, okay. Let me just set this to 0. How about that? Just so I can kind of see all of its colors, because I have not played alpha tests yet. Now we're playing alpha tests. So I'm just going to put stone for now, because I don't know why I used to put stone, but we're going to put it. It's fine. And boop, boop. There we go. There is a health bonus for 4-meter, 3-meter beams, right? Health. Well, I gotta compare it to 1 to 2. Health, 250, 550. So yeah, exactly. You would think it would be 500 because it's technically 2, but no. There is actually a health bonus for longer beams. Remember that? That is useful. Putting this like metal layer in here actually helps with the later process of prefabbing the same Tetris over and over. My stream's still good. We like to see that. I play this game too much and I decided to use it for content. It's great. It's haha hilarious, you know? Actually, before I place those, this is what I do. I just slap down a bunch of... That was the correct way, right? Nope. I still managed to put it the wrong way. There we go. Recoil is for nerds. I will have to worry about that eventually, but not right now. Yeah. Tetris is weird. Saying it right now. I can do this. Then there's all that. That leaves way too much space, you know? I'll just do this. I can't. I want to make it. You know what we could do? Boop. Boop. It's not my fault. Tetris is weird. Actually, that leaves, like, if we want to do like a dual turret, which wasn't the original plan, but this Tetris kind of works for that. Shit. No, that would just look bad. We fit 3. Yeah, that's probably the best way we're going to be able to do it. We probably don't need that many cooler. We'll just gauge increaser. Then again, I think because I don't really need any other type of shell, so I think we'll just stick with like one big one. It might look weird though. It'll probably be fine. We'll fill those in as we need them. Sure. Alright. That's the uneven bit. Let me just start doing this. Be cool. Yeah. That's 9. We don't need any more, so we're just gonna use cooling units. And we'll see if this all connects. Cool. Do I want a neck? I could use a neck. It would be a little taller than I want it though, but a neck would be interesting. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10. We can fit. We can do an even 2. We can do like something like yeah, we can do 2 like this. One there, one there. Yeah, I mean that might look less weird, honestly, and it might. I mean, it would have the same fire rate around there, and it would function, it would work. Before I do anything, just want to see like what its rate of fire by itself would be. What am I doing? I need this to be 250. Oh yeah, I forgot in alpha test you don't technically need to do the ammo customizers, but whatever. So 2 seconds per shot. You know what? I'll stick with 1. Oh, it's the cooling. That's the problem. Damn, I was sitting here thinking I would not have problem with the cooling. But it's the cooling that's the problem. Okay, how much coolant? First of all, we're probably gonna use this. And what we can even do is set the number of barrels to 2. Cooling limit goes way up. Its inaccuracy also goes up. But that's fine. It's still not enough cooling though, even if we do that. And I did not. It's only by 3, but I want to. Actually, the neck, we're gonna add cooling units going up for the neck anyway. If we add a neck, so now we have a reason to put a neck. Actually, also recoil. It's not a railgun, so recoil. Oh my god, that's actually a lot of recoil. Does the number of barrels matter with recoil? Hold on, the barrel does. Wait, what? That increases the amount of recoil per second. So if I just use a bunch of barrels, that's sustain. So this increases recoil a bit. It's weird. Alright, well, the neck is gonna look a bit weird, but it will be fine. Oh, also, yeah, cooling, you know what? Cooling will be an issue, but there's room for more cooling. I kinda did not see that. Boop. Oh, I've gotten fast at building, kind of. Now it's time to think of neck length. What, we only need like 2 layers, maybe even 1 layer of this reinforced wood with the deck. So yeah, we're gonna do a too long neck here. Yeah, pretty sure this is the correct way of doing that. That is not the right way. And I'm not even using the right beam. Boop. We're gonna need recoil absorbers. Should have an idea. We're gonna pull a sneaky. There we go. It's not a very big neck, but it's fine. It's probably good. And I like to try to make the top of the gun, or the pointy bit, the thing that pokes out, you know? Slightly bigger than the outside, even though you don't need a neck if you do that. But it's probably fine. Doing the classic design I like to do. Sometimes I like to do other things, but it's the main one. Actually, for this, full propellant burn requires what? I never look at this. I should look at it more. Oh, look at that. It actually tells me the recoil. By particular barrel types and increased by railgun. Oh, so, okay. Why can I not find what I'm actually looking for? Barrel length. 9 meters? Alright. 9.2 technically. It's not bad. And we're gonna make this cooler by doing... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can literally place it right here and be fine. We're gonna do a little something like this for the normal reasons. So this increases it by a little bit. I need a mantlet. What am I doing? Honestly, the A mantlet works. Now cooling limit's fine. Now it produces 5,000, but if we have one, still 5,000 per second. Okay. 48. Well, yeah, recoil modifier is only 1, so it doesn't actually modify it. This would say it's recoil modifier, right? No. Heavy barrel. If I wanted to put a heavy barrel on you, we'll put like... How much do these even cost? Yeah, they're not too expensive for what I want to do. It's 8. There you go. Cool. These aren't necessary, so I'm not gonna add one in. How? Oh, that's why. Wait, cooling limit. These are gauge increasers. What is your... Oh, where's your gauge located at? Gauge. Still the same amount of gauge. I'll move on to next a little bit. So that's cooling. Cooling vent. Cooling vent. Yeah. Gauge. Yeah. So that's how much I need. Because I'm gonna shove. Oh. That works. Cool. Yeah, we need that. That's not enough absorption. No! We're gonna have to do some weird stuff then. We're gonna have to do some jank. We're gonna have to do some jank. Around the firing piece. That works somehow. $2,000. $4,200 is still not enough. You know what we'll do? Not enough. God damn it. You know what we could do? We could do the trick. We could do the trick. Not the trick, but actually. Alright, go. That goes, that leaves an opening for explosive damage, even though if an explosion hits there, I think it would be fine anyway. So yeah, we'll just ignore it, and hopefully it doesn't affect us. That's so close to being enough. Okay. Alright, people are gonna hate me for if I do this, but it's also gonna make life a little easier. We just gotta do that. And now this thing is fine. Oh, there's more? Okay, cool. We're gonna spot in the classic Deepwater Guard Marauder. You know what I'm curious about? It does do what it's meant to do for a cheap gun. Good job. Do I need like a depth fuse on you? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if Marauder is the best test, but it does its job. Yeah, there we go. But this thing should also be able to deal with something like this. So maybe I should not do that. Game's still on super slow speed, let's go. Alright, let's see what it does. Slow-mo. You shot its barrel directly. Like, I'm not gonna question how you did that, but you did it. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Can pierce through metal. Let's see what the next shot does. Yeah, there we go. See? Alright, under the water, and not do very much. Well, it's a cheap gun. It's a cheap gun. It does exactly what it was meant to do. So, it's a frag penetrator, bro. I know there's hotkeys for that. I do not care. Alright, your recoil's good. Oh, you're still getting an inaccuracy for recoil. Wait. Oh, instability? What do you mean? This is perfectly stable. That's a thing now? Oh my god. Ugh. Are you serious? Oh, that's a kind. Whatever. It's fine. It makes sense. Gabe doesn't. Game's weird. I should put a hint of heavy armor here. I'm sorry. I have to use a one block so I can just put a little touch of heavy armor around this thing. I'm just literally gonna do this. Little bit of my own heavy armor touch, as we would say. I mean, explosions will be able to wrap around it, but like for the most part, like any like other shot will be blocked. I mean, obviously, this thing's not gonna be facing anything that's like too terribly massive, unless I want to spam these. That could also work, but preferably not wanting to spam these. Like spam the ship itself. That looks a little weird on the front like that. I mean, we could do a pull sneaky here, right? For decorational purposes, right? Make it look less weird. That does look less weird, honestly. But it also helps his armor. I mean, just saying. Looks a little less wonk. Now I gotta remember if I know how to build. Oh, you know what's gonna be really annoying? This. This is gonna be really annoying right here. Mine. It actually ended up working out. Oh, now it looks weird on this side. Yeah. Yeah. We'll continue building and see what happens. Actually, maybe. This isn't preferable, but... Actually, if we put this metal layer of metal here, it's gonna look weird. It's also gonna be vulnerable. Yeah. We'll do this and then this. Small gun. And for this, actually for this, I wanna, this. This works as an AA gun, honestly. Hasn't looked terrible. Well, actually, if I color it, and I'm actually gonna use proper fleet colors, makes way more sense to use this. Because I do not know why I like this, but this is the color I like, so... Actually, this. Forgot to paint this. Oh, we have this. Now I have to like get rid of this so I can make this thing look cool. Boom. Hold up. Hold up. What happened here? Why is it all dark? It's because I'm in alpha test and it's like, yeah, we won't actually color it the right color. The hell? Alpha test be like. I don't know why I'm coloring. I haven't even finished the inside. That's good. Might change later. Some things I build look really cool, and then some things just don't work out. It's kind of how I build. And because we do not have enough room for any like proper spaced armor, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something called this. Yeah, we'll use. Usually I hide detection equipment inside of turrets. But I'm not sure if I want to. This time. Good. Yeah, I think we pretty much fill every gap. Cheap turret. It's completed. You're not sure. Okay, I want to see the black turret. There we go. There we go. That works. We can even put like a heavy barrel right at the end. Yeah, that works. It works. I spent 49 minutes on one gun. This is my process of From the Depths building. Actually, you know what I'm going to do to make life a little easier? First, we'll stop building on the wrong thing. Second of all, okay. Boom. Shit. Alright, you are connected to the right ammo controller, right? Nope. There we go. Cool. You know what we can even do at the top bit? Yeah, it's fine. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Alright. Uh, 250mm, 3 meter. Everything's. Yeah. I'm trying to like AP not frog, frag. Good. Yep, good enough. That is only 23,000 materials. The other one was. I think we're on track. That is just not the right. Alright, we need to make another one that has a longer neck. So we can place it accordingly. Before we do that, I want to shoot things. I want to shoot a lot of things. There's so many things I want to shoot. Because the arrangement's going to be 3. I'm not building on the right thing. God, I forgot mirror mode. Alright, this is what we're gonna have for firepower on this thing. And then now we're gonna spawn in this. See what it does. I mean, this seems to be way cheaper than what we actually. I mean, remember, this thing's kind of expensive, right? I mean, these guns should be. You know, they're doing their job. That's what they're doing. Look at that block confetti. Listen, if a gun has consistent block confetti, then it's a good gun usually. And I think we blew up. It's probably its ammo compartment. Yeah. Yeah, where is your AI? I don't even know. You're small. Alright. Well, let's we fire at. That would be cool. Oh yeah, it's probably facing like let's put it up against something that would actually face. The cross ones cost that much now. I'm gonna face against this. I don't even know what this is, but it would be relatively around the same cost. The problem is, because I'm on a fortress, its inaccuracy is kind of high. We do damage. We do good damage. The guns. This is relatively stable. I do not know why you're like, yeah, it's not. I think it's kind of fast. Look at it. Oh, it has a steam engine. That's fine. I do not. Wait, it's fire and flares? I just looked at my stream and it's like, oh, it's flat. Why do you have flares? I don't. Why do you need flares? And why are they almost hitting you? I don't even have missiles. What? It's not. Why do you have flares? Why do you have flares that's not set to, hey, if missile, then shoot flare? Alright. How about something that is more like... You're around the cost. Oh, this thing? The frag do work though, gotta say. Well, let's wait. How fast can I take out this turret? Okay, manual aim for is god tier. Yeah, look at that. These guns are good. Pew, pew. All right, Pog. I mean, they look kind of weird, but that's fine. I swear I can build better looking things. I'm just, it's only like once in a while, you know? Like, look. I built something cool. You know, let's destroy that. See, I can build stuff cool. I can build cool things. This looks so weird in alpha test. It looked better in not alpha test. Whatever, it's fine. This thing actually is good though. It kills a lot of things. It beats a stronghold. It can, as like easily known, it can beat anything from Deepwater Guard. It can be the stronghold. It can be for white flyers. It beat this. I know that. I don't know about the Redeemer. The Redeemer I have not tested. It beat most things. Twin Guard. Why is there so many godly things? Holy crap. Or is it? Lightning Hoods is mean. It can beat the tier. It can beat that, okay? It cannot, nothing can beat the Megalodon that I build. So, like, nothing I ever built will ever be able to beat the Megalodon, ever. And anything, it's too good. It's too good. Anyway, that's the arrangement that we have. Goodbye. Yes. Boop. Alright, we need to create a second version of this. Actually, before we do anything, how far does this need to actually go up? And how, wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just, I mean, we can make it go up by 4. Let's do that. So, we're gonna prefab. And then we're gonna do everyone's favorite bit is reapply connection rules and just do boop 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 and just cut it off. Cooling unit. Where is it? It's right there. There's no point in putting heavy armor in those empty spaces. I'll put regular metal though. Yeah. There we go. We got our turret arrangement set up and sorted and done. But there is. Hello. Well, I played this game last year before I got distracted by playing another game. I got back into it this week and I had relearned the controls. I had a fun time with the ship. I built and finished the campaign on expert difficulty. I had saved and controlled over half the map. It was nice to see someone stream this game. Thank you. Bro, I have not done the campaign. I've not played the campaign at all. 0. I've been focused on the game way too much. I just been building things. But, you know. I should play the campaign, but also most of my ships are not really built for they're not efficient. They're just kind of gun defense and no efficiency. These guns look weird. That's fine. With the classic triple arrangement that we're gonna have. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I built this fortress to test out guns, just so I can have like a lot of movability. I said that so bad, but now that there's an instability debuff from alpha tests, bruh, I mean, it's kind of annoying because now I should have just maybe not built it on a flying fortress, but whatever. Anyway, we can start working on the. Actually, I want to make Sea Whizzes, which is this gun that shoot projectile from out of the air. Because I want to get better at them. And I just want to get better at them, and I think they're cool, and I think that'll be like the cool little perk of this ship, is that it's going to have Sea Whizzes. Very cheap, very easy to use Sea Whizzes. You just put them on there, it works. And I think I might also use local weapon controllers so they work as AA weapons. Because they're already going to be killing fast projectiles. Well, fast is in missiles, and cram cannons aren't fast. But they can work as anti-flying squirrel, hopefully. You know? We need the anti-flying squirrel. Because flying squirrel kind of annoyed. Actually, I might only have 1 Sea Whiz, maybe 2. But if I do 2, I might have 3. So, where do I start? Where do I want to start building it? Build it right here. Each one of the... Yeah. Found the expert difficulty easier than the medium and hard because the AI didn't rush me early. The easy difficulty is the easiest, of course. The medium difficulty was like, oh, you have only harvested a total of 80k resources since the start of the game. Try dealing with 400,000 cost vehicles attacking your base. Yeah, I mean, I can't relate. Like I said, I haven't played the campaign, but that sounds interesting. But I feel like the best way around that is just like spam, like if it's like the Deepwater Guard or something. You need to spam something that they can't deal with, like they like cram cans, just spam a bunch of fast things, right? Missile spam. I actually made a cool jet that functions. I realize there's a lot of old things I built when I was like 2 years old in this menu, so there might be some weird names. Here we go. This is not fuel efficient at all, but it functions. It's got missiles somewhere in the back. What did I do for these missiles? I think all I did was, yeah, activate our secret. These are actually way longer than I remembered. Okay. We got the FF mirror. In the easiest, you have to deal with the Deepwater Guard. In the medium, you have to deal with lightning hoods and white flyers. Hard near Steel Shires and Twin Guard. In expert difficulty, you have to start in the center map. I completely forgot that you actually start with against different I completely forgot that. Like I said, haven't played the campaign.
Listening.
Man. I actually did start the campaign, but it was for Ash of the Empire, and then I stopped because I realized I needed a cargo vehicle, and I did not feel like building a cargo vehicle, so I stopped. That was the end of that. Bro, I'm surprised I could even read that well right now. Usually I stumble on literally everything. If I don't know where something is at, then I randomly start clicking. Yeah, we'll build it right here. Okay. 30. So I know this has like the receiver and the I downloaded a cargo vehicle blueprint from this. Yeah, that's the way of doing it. I did work on the cargo vehicle, but then I'm like, you know, I don't feel like it. It didn't have guns. I don't care. Hold on. This has the receiver and the failsafe, right? Okay, so that's 100, that's 30, so that's 15. That's 15 to 30. So the difference between this is all in one, but it's 40 more material total. 1Q. That's like the slow fire and laser, right? I've never used 1Q. I either use the only type of laser I really use is like 4Q switch, and like for lambs I recently started using 0Q switches just because I've seen people do it. Yeah. Because because it shows everything, like receiver, failsafe, all in one menu, so that's cool, right? But the so it's smaller and it's easier to like menus, but it's also 40 more material, which is like so not expensive. So I might as well just use that, even though I guess for the other turrets I did not use this. Where's the priority thingy? Alright, so that's negative 500. So I want to use... This is going to be CWIS, a multi-purpose CWIS. Yeah, why not? All in one. Actually, same difference, right? Actually... Okay, close-in weapon system controller. Yeah. I don't know how many of these I'm going to put. Probably like 1 or 2. And if I do 2, I'm probably going to put 3 to make it even. $4Q for lambs. Yeah. 0Q has a base of 60. So the benefit of using 0Q then would be like if you want to deal with smoke better, because smoke only decreases the AP, right? Armor piercing. But if you don't really need to deal with smoke, or you can just use a lot of frequency doublers and use higher Q switches. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it depends. Like it depends what you really want to do. Like if you want a good laser, yeah. If you don't want to, like it depends, right? If you have a lot of laser defense, like you have a lot of smoke on your ship, and you want a lamb system, and you don't want them to interfere with each other, you want a higher armor piercing value, because ammunition only has an armor value of 20. So yeah, I think that's like the idea. I know I've literally played in the past 2 weeks like way too many hours, and I learned all this. This is cool. Do I want to use belt? I mean, these are kind of expensive, but then again, uh, do do I want to? I mean, I think these are like, I know these are faster at reloading, but I know they have a reload phase. Then again, for CWIS, what you want to do, I guess, is to spam a lot of shells, have the shells be accurate, low gauge, usually low gauge, kinetic shells with at least armor piercing value of 20 so they do full damage. And yeah, and also you want to be able to deal with like the initial strike. So like you have a ton of shots fired during the initial strike, and then as things start to slow down, you can have it use regular autoloaders to deal with the rest. It's an idea. Then again, it's not going to be very powerful CWIS, and I haven't even designed the shell. I should do that. I use 1Q if I'm using the laser as a main weapon. Okay. 4Q if I'm using it for lambs. I like 2 to 3 for secondary weapons. That's for shooting at fast, annoying planes. I never learned a lot of things in the game. Yeah. Fast, annoying planes. I mean, the flying squirrel isn't fast. It's just super, like, everywhere. You never learned how to make a Sea-Wiz. Yeah, I mean, it's just a small, really fat. I mean, it's more about not really knowing how to do it. It's more like knowing, like, because building advanced cannon, that's simple, right? Using this is very simple, right? But it's more about, like, knowing what type of shells you should use, what accuracy you usually want, and all that. That's more what it is. Apparently, I'm clicking everywhere because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'll make it 5x5. Okay, fine. I clicked the wrong button. Before we continue that, we need to make a shell. Probably, I'm gonna go with 50 millimeters. Fast. It works. And what I've seen from this is that you want a certain amount of armor piercing, at least 20 or over 20, and you want a ton of kinetic damage. So what the hell am I looking for? I'm looking for a heavy head and I cannot find it. There we go. That's already 3,000. Solid body. Yeah. Now that decrease. Yeah. So, I mean, unless I want to go increase this, that's not increasing its armor piercing value. Okay. So I want this to be 20. So Sabo. Oh, that does nothing though. I would love to go railgun. I've made railgun Sea-Wizes before, but I'm building like a smaller-ish ship that I'm trying to not use railguns for this. Railgun is a good idea though. Like if I ramp up this, look, armor piercing value 35, and now I can just spam like solid bodies like this, and it still has enough armor piercing. Boom. Expected connect damage 800. Yeah, so but for this gun's purpose, it's not gonna use rail. And yes, connect damage is wasted on slopes, so squash heads may be good. AP armor piercing option because everyone uses metal. That is true. This specific thing is a Sea-Wiz, so I want it to have 20. Like these guns are AP frag back here. If you don't have enough AP, you'll do less damage to stuff and a lot of armor value. Amount of AP depends on what you're shooting at. Yeah, so at least 20. Alright, for this, Sea-Wiz. Squash head is hash. Very interesting. I could test out different types of shells. I need to test out more different shells instead of using the same ones over and over. I keep hitting my microphone with my hands somehow, even though it's on a headset. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, rail draw, that needs to be 0. 50. That. Actually, that's only 400. But then that would... There is a head which turns damage in it. Yeah, that's Hollow Point. It's pretty cool. Good for taking out chunks of armor, right? If you use like a rail-assisted Hollow Point gun, that could be really good. No worries about getting names. I do it. Everyone gets names wrong. If you don't get names wrong, like once in your life, then you are weird. You have to get names wrong. Occasionally. Heavy head. So that's not much. Is that too many? No. What happens if I put a heavy head on this thing? It still has room for more casing. Or for more casing. It still has more room for this. This is a little excessive though for this. I'll be honest. The problem is the reload time is gonna like skyrocket. And there we go. It's perfectly at a meter. You do solid, solid. Hydrofoil boat with high ROF railgun with hollow points is fun. That do be sounded fun. Hollow points are cool. They block confetti with just massive chunks of armor just getting ripped away. It's the shell Megalodon. Yeah. Boop. I also want the shell to be fast. Base inaccuracy. Why haven't I put stabilizer fence? I know this is gonna slow down the shell, but it will make it more accurate. I think. Yeah. Connect damage 600. Armor piercing value. We still have armor piercing value left. So 760, 21 per intake. It's not bad. I think this actually could work as a shell. I don't want to spend too much time on the shell. I mean, I could probably modify it later. But this has... Oh, you know what's going to be a problem? Recoil? Maybe... Recoil and cooling. Whatever. That's a later problem, you know? Actually, what is its speed? Yeah, it's pretty good speed. I'm pretty sure this works. This all should connect. If I do this, right, it connects. Yeah. Usually I would make it the same height as the main guns, but I'm thinking like less height, so I have more room for other things. Then again, I'm probably going to need way more cooling than this thing has. Let's just do this for now. Even that's, I don't know. I do not know why I built it here, but I did. If it wasn't Seaways, I would suggest supercavitation base to shoot submarines. It might be good to shoot torpedoes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, interceptors would also work. Like, I could just use missile interceptors to make this process way easier. But I like the idea of a Seaways. I don't know, like, why, like, what you should use, like, between missile interceptors or Seaways or torpedo interceptors. I guess probably less ammo cost for Seaways, because, yeah, maybe. Also, the shells are faster, they can probably deal with it quicker. Actually, what is your stat? I did not load in your shell. And I should not put the... You know what? I built it like that. I'm being not smart. Boop. I could put an underwater Seaways, those super cavitation shells thingies. I forgot to set your gauge to 50. I think that requires a gauge increaser to do. Rate of fire 55. Oh, autoloader limit. It's this cooling limit, yeah. Yeah. And now what I'm scared of is the recoil. Inaccuracy 15 degrees. Oh, the recoil isn't too terribly bad. It will be once I add on the cooling units. I like lambs, but I found out the hard way that they don't work well on torpedoes. Huge torpedoes would make my ship go boom. Yeah. Lasers with water it's not really a good combination. I mean, your best bet is like decoys and underwater Seaways, torpedo interceptors. Those are also cool. Because, I mean, remote guidance is interesting. I mean, there's also an item that, like, blocks remote guidance. I was FTD training you today. So far, it has not crashed. It crashed yesterday, which was it made me lose a slight bit of progress in another ship. And you know, I'm gonna blame FTD for making these look weird, but it's probably just me being bad at building. But so far, for today, pretty good, I would say. It's FTD. I was even on alpha test yesterday. I was on the regular game and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna crash. Okay, I'm probably gonna move this fire piece like 30 times. So this is what I'm gonna do. Once I core this. There we go. Just so it's there. Alright, cooling limits. Cooling's still the problem. Let's go. Actually, why do I add... Oh, it's gonna be multi-barrel too. You made an airship that drifts towards your marked location. Does it just like Tokyo drift? Like nah, the airship it's gonna pull singularity and move sideways all the time. Yeah, exactly. Bro, the singularity with its sideways movement, gotta say, pretty cool. There's a spider on my wall, and I killed it. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to talk about that on Twitch. And yeah, basically, actually, yeah, am I allowed to talk about that? All right. So when dealing with an insect, instead of grabbing a napkin and slapping it to death, I get a piece of duct tape. Now hear me out. I get a piece of duct tape and I tape it and I kill it with that. That way, if I even miss slightly, it will stick to the duct tape. I won't have to. I won't have to fucking lose it again. You know? It works. It works. It's the problem is you can't flush. You can't flush down a fucking. You can't flush down a toilet. You're gonna throw it away, or yeah. But it works. It's functional. I even gave it a yaw PID, but it don't stay stable. That's from the depths. Okay, this did not save what I want it to. I'm sorry, is there a barrel that's... I don't think the barrel rendered. I don't think the barrel rendered properly there. So, cooling limit, plus... Actually, I want to do multi-barrel too. 6. And I'm going to... allow gun barrels to spin. Actually, you know what? Why not? Barrel spacing, keep that really tight, so it looks like a minigun. Yeah. By I mean it captures zones. It goes in circles. Yeah. If it works, then it works. You know. Okay, cooling. Why did it... Okay, listen. I do not understand why its fire rate just spiked 1,516. It cooling is still a problem. Minigun go burr. It's true. It's true. I don't want to put... Actually, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna... You don't technically need to align it with the arrow, but I like to anyway. I did not need to move it, but whatever. Autoloader and cooling limit. Okay, 1,844. 1,844. I'm going to move this firing piece again, so I'm just gonna... Boop. Never question why things happen, just use them to your advantage. Yeah, yeah. We don't need to worry about why the fire rate just suddenly spiked. Recoil? Wait. Alright, boys. I think I figured out why there is a slight flaw in the system. And I've just noticed it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's back to normal. It's because it was setting at 18 gauge. Okay, now the barrels are weird. I gotta unclip them. Yeah. .30mm my go-to gauge. I don't have a go-to gauge because I haven't like spent I haven't spent enough time to figure out what a really good gauge is, I pick whatever feels right, What was your fire rate? 529. Now it's spinning at a normal rate. I do not need this big of a barrel, but it also kind of needs it. And for accuracy, recoil, that's a hefty amount of recoil. Should I put it at the height it's supposed to be? A 30mm autocan that shreds through the Megalodon? Spam, like super low gauge shells also, like for lambs, they're very, the ammunition warners can't really pick them up very well, right? That's another benefit of using super low gauge, just spamming them, right? Okay, your height, I cannot count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the last little bit. What do you mean no shell loaded? Oh. There we go. Your cooling limit is still really high. Do I need these? Can I get rid of those? No. I need those. I very much need those. I got one more to work with. I should use mirror mode, but I'm not going to. Why are you back down to 36 gauge? Okay. Did I not add it? I didn't add enough gauge increasers. Alright, I messed up its gauge like 30 times and I didn't even add a mantlet. Are you at the correct gauge now? Yes, you are. Oh, man. Playing video games. By the way, if you haven't already, you should follow the Twitch channel, even though, yeah. If you haven't already, I was thinking about making 18mm 6-barrel APS gun with no gauge increasers and with a massive rate of fire. Any suggestions about the shell type? I was thinking about shooting a lot of different targets with it. I was thinking about sabot shells or hollow point shells. I haven't tested squash shells, but I heard they could be good for APS machine guns. I don't know much about HESH or squash heads, as one may know it. I know small little kinetic rounds can be good, or in armor piercing rounds, because they can shred through metal. Hollow point, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, every time I use a hollow point shell, it's usually at like 500 gauge. I mean, you could, is it just an APS gun, or are you gonna add like some railgun stuff to it? What am I doing again? Alright, your rate of fire is actually at the 293. I messed up this gun like 3 times. This is so great. Alright, recoil. Seven, so 1, 2. At the top. I really, okay, I'm gonna, okay, now this is good, right? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it the turret cap. I have an idea for what I want. Mantlet. It's gonna be super small. I have normal color. No. Keep forgetting to turn on mirror mode. This is great. Or I can also do something like this. Shit. Dude. That looks terrible. Okay. This does not look any better. That just... Alright, headset's back. This is so bad. Bro, you know what's a good type of cram cannon? I thought I scrapped you, but I actually put you... Okay. You know what's a really nice type of cram cannon? Is, frag. Partner pellet frag. AP frag. With a timed fuse of like 0.3. And then they just rip holes, like if they're super large crams. Okay, why can I not do what I want to do with this gun? I just wanted to build a gun, and apparently I can't even do that. Alright, hold on, I'm pulling out the applique panels. I'm pulling out the applique panels. There we go. I think this is gonna look better. That's not right. That doesn't look right either. Okay. I really want to do the idea that I have in my head. So these are super, like, there we go. It's not really how I want it to look. Maybe we can do regular metal now? Alright, I'm about to, like, just be like, screw it. At this point, this is not working. In World War I and World War II, the armor-piercing shells in battleships were basically AP-timed fuses. Frag, they had relatively small bursting charge deep in the shell, which was made out of a thick, hard metal. The shell would penetrate the enemy's armor and explode into fragments. Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about history. I'm pretty bad at it. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure that same concept works in From the Depths. Probably. Alright, this thing looks bad. I'm gonna just go with it and hope it doesn't look too terrible. But now I feel like I know how to make it work. I spent way too much time on this. And you have these weird ones. What am I doing? There we go. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this to my fullest ability. But I want to. But it's going to have to work. And, you know, it's not even going to rotate on the center. It's, Okay. That's not the right way. Actually, not. I want a prefab. Would ERA look good on this actually? Now I gotta try it. It doesn't look bad. Barrels. The bore evacuator on you? No. Ooh. How dumb would this look? Kinda dumb. Good enough. Okay, now I'm working on this again. Alright, where's your recoil thingy? Recoil. It's a lot of recoil. What am I doing? This? No, this. Actually, do I even... Rate of fire, cooling limit. Cooling limit. Alright. Boop. That's not even in the right area. Okay, now we just have too much absorption. Whatever. I don't think this thing's gonna work very well because the debuff. The debuff. What has cool missiles or cram can that I can shoot at? This thing, I need to put it at a more tactical location. Yeah. I'm so creative. Okay. How much does this thing cost? 10,000. Alright. Sorry, you're going RIP. I'm putting you somewhere else that you're gonna actually be able to hit things. Here we go. You should already have the shell loaded. You know what you need? You need munition warners, and then we'll be good. Good. I hope that's good enough. Let's spawn in. This. Okay. Hold on. That doesn't count. We're spawning you way further away. We're gonna do a little bit of this. Cram cans aren't really the best tests. Wait. Oh! Oh, do you guys see that? You guys see that? They don't kill them all, but they don't need to. Did you guys see that? Bro, they work. Bro, even at this close of a range, the Sea Whizzes are actually obliterating the shells. I mean, not all of them, obviously. But... well, actually, they kind of are, though. Like, this... okay, I may have spent a lot of time on them, but also... kind of glad I did. Did I just explode something from it? I think we're in our reload phase. Because these things, you know... they're, they got a reload phase, sadly. I mean, there's an AP frag against wood. But, alright, let's try something like... you know, what would be funny? If they actually killed the initial volley from the crossbones. It killed one. I'll give it that. It killed one. Blockavetti. Obviously, against bigger cram cannons, they're not doing very good. But the final cost of this thing's gonna be around like 200,000. So honestly, it's not bad. But this thing's doing a lot of damage too. Plus, these things aren't the most accurate thing because okay, well maybe they don't actually have that much of a debuff. Look at this! They do damage! It's just constant block confetti. I gotta use AP frag more. This is actually working. I've never used AP frag. So, something cool I just found. I spawned an angry chicken to see how my shells react to the armor, which is mostly wood. And I'm able to say I saw rounds fragmentating away from the body. Interesting. Is flak good for a Sea Whiz? It depends what you want to do. Flak can be good as a Sea Whiz if you want to deal with like clumps of small missiles. Like if there's a lot of shells or missiles really close together, then flak can do well. And with flak, it can also double as like an anti-air weapon if you want to do a multi-purpose Sea Whiz. And generally, for like, you know, dealing with cram cans and stuff, you want like bigger shells or large missiles, huge missiles. You want like kinetic damage. So this is 760 kinetic damage, and you also want an armor piercing value above 20 for the most part, because you want to be able to do full damage. And every shell in the game has an armor value of 20. So, look at this, ready? Boom. Out of the sky. Actually, you know what might be the problem with them? Is that I did not set the priority on them correctly. Okay, controller. So, yeah, you need to set up these two, which is really annoying to do, but also kind of not annoying. Inside, outside, ignore outside of 60. So this means ignore something that pretty much isn't actually heading directly at you, so that makes sense. Ignore outside of distance. Ignore outside of like 50 to like 900. So this is gonna pretty much tell it to, hey, don't target things that are already pretty much about to hit you anyway, because you're not gonna be able to take them down in time, and don't try to shoot at things that are too far away, or else you're probably not gonna hit them. 900 is a good area of that. Modify the weight of the cannon using weight values at range minimum maximum. So I want it to target the way at range minimum and maximum are used to create linear functions. Okay. Inside and outside. I'm gonna add a rule, and it's going to be altitude. Ignore outside of pretty much 0. We don't want this thing shooting things under the water. And we can fire it, whatever. Actually, we need to see 300. Alright, actually 500. Well, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. I'm gonna work on that later. We have guns built. We have guns built. It only took me, and I'm not even finished with this. It took me 2 hours. 2 hours, 10 minutes to do all of this. Let's go. That's a long time to be working on this. Alright. We're gonna finish. Okay, we're gonna save all of this. Save vehicle as. I gotta delete some of those names. Shh, no. test. We'll just call it small gun test. See whiz. That's not even how you spell that. It's good enough. It's close enough. Yeah. Let's do some battles. Well, I upgraded my bottom turrets, made it so they fire at the level they're at and below. Nice. Alright. That makes sense. What cool ships do we have to face? We're gonna use this. Do all the way up. Alright, so opposing teams 2,000 meters apart. Good enough. Good enough. Team 1. I'm gonna show off something that I posted in the workshop and no one likes. I'm kidding. But no one thinks it's cool. So that thing, my favorite ship I've ever built, worth 1 million material, right there. Team 2 built. Let's first hit against Onyx Watch. Wait, please say it's an ABC. It's not ABC. Wait, there we go. What is it? S. It would be S. NOPS. Stronghold. The final one. Boom. Alright, main start. We're gonna show off something I'm very proud of, you know? Like this thing right here. Right, here's the stats. 1.4 million materials. Blocks 25,000, volume 72,000. I don't think its texture's fully rendered in. And then this thing all over here, my favorite Red Leviathan. I cost less. Alright, I'm more volume, more blocks, but I'm like 400,000 less. Actually, hold on. What's the armor cost of this? 29%. Okay. So, where I previously had them was aiming directly below, but they weren't able to hit my targets. Yeah. Alright, so this. Now it's going to be about if this thing can survive its initial volley. Looks like it can. Oh, ow. Alright, Stronghold 99. They're both at... Oh, it looks like my Red Leviathan is in the lead. Ow. That's so annoying. Come on, decoys. You're supposed to be cool. Okay, when it wasn't an alpha test, I was in a different version. I was actually doing way better than this. But I think because maybe something changed. I don't know. I don't know. I do not have torpedo interceptors, which kind of sucks. That's fine. Yeah, see, that one's distracted. That one is not. Looks like I'm still in the lead. This thing's about to hit, but it doesn't look like it's going to hit anything too terribly important. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, well, there goes one of my torpedo systems. By the way, this is a heat and hash gun. This is a hollow point and armor producing gun. This is a smoke gun. This is, I think, an all-around cram gun. A bunch of disruptor shells, deal shields. Let's see how the stronghold's doing. See if we've really done anything to it. The fuck? Did like a decoy land on it? Like what happened there? Those cram gun cannons might need to be like updated. Looks like we're still in the lead. We are tipping. But now we're actually like tipping, so we point our shields. By the way, these are level 10 shields. This thing had way too much engine power. Missile interceptors coming in, destroying the missiles. Let's go. The decoys working. Smoke. It looks like our torpedoes can actually hit the top of it now because it's slowly starting to tip down. But because we're tipping down, now our shields are actually pointing into the water, which kind of helps the lack of torpedo defense on this thing. The missile interceptors in the water. But our decoys actually last a pretty long time, which means we can spit out a ton of them, which means the longer we wait, the more likely our decoys are gonna work. Boom, look at that. I think we have this in the bag, boys. Remember, we are 400,000 less than this. And we don't use missiles. I mean, we use torpedoes, so that doesn't count. Gram cannon firing. Okay. Bro, what is this? That's funny. That's actually hilarious. Let's check the underwater damage. Giant hole here, but that's fine. There's multiple giant holes from the torpedoes. We're still floating. You know what I need to do? I mean, this thing's technically finished, is that I needed to tell it to switch sides depending on damage. But, yeah. EMP. EMP. I think we got this in the bag, boys, honestly. We didn't really lose any main guns. Even the, I mean, this one's kind of dead. The other, this one's also kind of dead. Other than that, we're good. I mean, we lost a few torpedo systems. So I know this one's gone. This one got obliterated. Other than that, I think we got this. I think we win. Oh no, it's a large business. Is it? There we go. Coming from the water. The interceptors. Cram cannon missing. Cats are still alive, that's cool. My torpedo is being a little weird right now. The thing with Onyx Watchcraft, they're hard to sink because they're mainly empty space. And I guess this has a lot of alloy. Oh! Health below and sinking. Let's go. We beat the strongholds. 1-1. 400,000 less material cost, by the way. I would like to just mention that. We could face it against other things. It's on the Steam Workshop. Red Leviathan Mark 1, look it up. It's pretty cool. It functions. Only 8%, less than 8%, 7.2% of loss. And we win. We win! Anyway, that's gonna be the end of the stream. I don't know whether I'm gonna play more. Probably will. Another day. Will happen. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next stream, which will probably be tomorrow, around the same time, and we're probably gonna work on that shit more. Peace out. Where the fuck is the stop streaming button? Oh, it's here.